You're listening to Runescape Weekly for April 10th, 2019. I'm your host, Magebit, with over 10 years of RuneScape experience. It's like 17 years of RuneScape experience. What are you in, like, fucking 2009? Start over, you dick fuck. 3, 2, 1. You're listening to RuneScape Experience Weekly? Come on, now you're just fucking yourself around.
This is going well now.
Yeah, now I'm just sad because I did it so well when it wasn't recording. God damn it. All right, hang on. I gotta psych myself out now. All right. I hate myself. 3, 2, 1. You're listening to RuneScape Weekly for April 10th, 2019. I'm your host, Magebit, with over 17 years of RuneScape experience. Joining me today is Pyrnassius, and on today's show, Combat Integrity and Patch Week, TLDW for the month of Head of April, Combat Cape Design Update, OSRS scores at BAFTA, When Will Java Die? The Stone Spirit Saga, or another use for Stone Spirits? You know what? No, fuck it. I hate this. I liked the... I tasted perfection, and I want it back!
The first one was really good.
I tasted perfection!
No. That's funny.
All right.
Try it again.
I'm doing it again.
3, 2, 1.
Yeah. All right, hang on. I gotta taste some water. Okay. 3, 2, 1. You're listening to RuneScape Weekly for April 10th, 2019. I'm your host, Magebit, with over 17 years of RuneScape experience. Joining me today is Pyrnassius, and on today's show, Combat Integrity and Patch Week, TLDW for the April month ahead, Combat Cape Design Update, OSRS scores at BAFTA, When Will Java Die? The Stone Spirit Saga, or another use for Stone Spirits. Buy bonds, skip skilling, wilderness reward balancing, RS3 or old school RuneScape, the age-old debate, the day treasure hunter is banned, is two-factor even worth it, rule clarification, alleged RuneScape wiki abuse by Jagex, unbans, how do they even work, and QA Director Extraordinaire for Hire. Thank you for tuning in to this Wednesday edition of RuneScape Weekly. Enjoy the show. Welcome back to your makeup edition of RuneScape Weekly. Magebit here.
He is alive, everyone.
I made it. Oh goodness, and yeah.
And I just want to tell everyone this is Magebit, 17 years of RuneScape experience, 9 years of podcasting experience, and it only took about 42 takes to get the intro right.
All right. First of all, what I want to say, this is purely a case of when the pot can't boil when everyone's looking at it, because when we weren't recording, I had the smoothest, best intro of my life. I had never
It was a great intro.
I never felt more alive when we weren't recording. Like, literally.
There was not one mistake.
No.
There was not one mistake in your first intro. You didn't skip a word. You didn't turn a word around, or slip an extra letter in anywhere.
And it felt so smooth. I literally, as I was doing it, I'm like, why does this feel so natural? Why does this feel so great? Not a single thing is going wrong. And then, as we're like a good 10 minutes into the show, I look over and I just see XSplit is just not recording. And I'm like, oh, that's why everything's going so great.
We were having a good discussion too.
We were. I know.
It was just so perfect an intro. But anyway,
yeah, well, it's okay.
these things happen.
We can do it again. Yeah, I bought an outfit. I think I was in Solomon's.
Hey! I can just say though, at least Jam and Jake got to hear how good you were.
That's very true.
Sitting there listening.
The ultimate perk of Patreon subscription. Patreon.com/runes. I mean, you also have to like be an opportunist and show up at random times in our Discord, runescape.chat. But yeah, the record shall show. For Jake, he is a special dude. Anyway.
Yes. So PSAs, there is a new outfit out, and I think you have something to tell us about it.
Yeah, it's got a new walk, I guess. I can't see it though because maybe I'll lower my. You know what? I'm gonna trust the trust this site, and I'm gonna reload the page and see if maybe then I can see the animations. Look at this. All this bullshit is now just seeping into my computer.
I just don't understand. I mean, these 450 rune coins. A bond's 195, so
Yeah.
you know, you've either got to have some rune coins left over from last time, or you're going to get rune coins left over. I wish they would just make the bond, you know, like an equal amount. 200 rune coins, you know, make the outfit 400 rune coins, or you know, something like.
Still doesn't. Still doesn't show me the stupid animation, but whatever. Anyway, I bought it. It looks, you know, the outfit looks interesting anyway. They do that on purpose, so you'll specifically have to buy more bonds than you need. Yeah,
of course, yeah. But we was just saying in the first
in the pre-show, the Void show.
There was a tweet out by Mod Shawnee of something had happened. They had hotfixed that Risen outfit, so it is all working properly now. So if you did sort of buy it on that first day and there was something wrong and you cracked it and didn't put it back on, well, it is fixed for you now.
Indeed. So that's a thing. Is there any free item for members while I'm in here for the month? There must be, right? Free item for members for the month of April?
I actually didn't even check that.
Let me pop in here, because that should be my PSA for today. So let's see here. The free month is Arcane Smelting. Let me grab that. I think that must be the free item.
Okay, I'm logging in.
Yeah, there you go. Grab a little copy of Arcane Smelting. So there you go. Never want to miss out on a free item from Solomon's General Store. Because again, like I did say, this is when I looked over, I think, and realized nothing was recording. Support Solomon's General Store, because in my opinion, it's the better microtransaction.
And it might be in... That's what we were saying before. It might be the only one. Jagex... obviously, we're one of the few companies that did. UK had a big thing on loot boxes and such, and Jagex was one of the few companies that did show up and talk about it and sort of face the music. And obviously, they're going to claim that, hey, you know, we're not. Our version of it isn't gambling, because you get something out of every key that you use, and you know, whether it be XP, whether it be, you know, 10 palm seeds or whatever it is that they give, you know, there's always something there. But let's face it, as we were saying before, it's not those items that people are after. It's those rare items.
Can you imagine if that was the loop, if that was the workaround for Vegas? If all Vegas had to do was spit out like a shitty teddy bear or something to every time you lost at a slot machine, and was like, well, you get a prize every time, so it's not gambling. Here you go, kids. Have fun.
Well, that's it.
It's treasure hunter.
I think, you know, I mean, yeah, and technically they are right, but I mean, we were saying it is still.
That's even better than my freaking opiate one that didn't get in the show.
They want, they want people to keep buying, because people want that rare item, that sort of weekend only item, and that's what we're saying. Even if they sort of said, okay, every 50 keys you'll be guaranteed to get one of the pieces. So you know, you're going for the outfit. There's 5 pieces to the outfit. If you don't get it within, you know, your first 50 keys, well then bang, guaranteed it's in your inventory. Even if they did something like that, I think would be more acceptable than anything else. I mean, I know a lot of people say, well, hang on, we pay for this game, we shouldn't have microtransactions. But I mean, let's face it, the money that we get they make out of memberships is nowhere near what they make out of their microtransactions. And I hear people sort of saying, oh, yeah, but Rocket League, I only pay $30 for, and it's mine, and, you know, I don't have to buy anything else and such. But it's not a living game that has weekly updates.
You know what's really that's one thing I'll give RuneScape is that they really update the game, like
that's right. And I don't know any other game that even if it is just a patch week, it is still pretty. And some of those patches are fantastic. They are good quality of life updates. This is, you know, they do call it a living game. You are paying a monthly membership, and yes, they do have an MTX model, but there's no other game that I know out there that gives you weekly updates and are so open and have mods that you can contact and, you can see. I mean, tell me who your favorite mod is out over at EA Sports or at, Naughty Dog or any of those other ones. Most of the mods on Jagex. You don't know any of them sort of in these other games because they are there weekly. We see their faces all the time and such. And, that they are a company. Yes, Treasure Hunter is distasteful in that regard for people who, sort of do suffer addictions and sort of, okay, I've already put $50 worth of keys in. I'll just buy another 50 because I really want it. And then as you get down further and further, like there's 5 items of the rare items, and then all of a sudden you just need the helmet, and all of a sudden that's cost you, 450 keys just to get that one last item. That's where I think, if they just did something where you got it guaranteed once you hit a certain amount of keys, I think, I think the reasonable people in the community would be a lot more accepting of it. I mean, you're still going to have your haters. Haters are always going to hate. But I think that would sort of make it, more tasteful for a larger number of people.
Fair. I don't know what you can do to make Treasure Hunter more palatable for like a wide audience. Is always
a wider, yeah. No.
Yeah, I think
the problem is obviously the age of the game and the people who are here who have always had it, and they had the Gower brothers saying we'll never do this, and sort of people say, well, they said they'd never do, sort of forgetting the fact that, well, they're not in charge anymore.
Yeah,
they don't get a say.
The main thing is when leadership changes hands, old policies don't necessarily matter anymore, even if they were, quote, like lifetime policies like that. You could say something's a 10 billion year policy, but when that regime is no longer in existence, no one's there to hold up that policy any longer. It's just a piece of paper at that point.
Yep.
So what can really be done? I mean, Treasure Hunter is not going anywhere unless not at this stage, but we'll see what happens.
Yeah,
I mean, it's definitely being talked about, but as of right now, Treasure Hunter's not going anywhere.
They're looking into it here in Australia too. Loot boxes have come up at our in our parliament too. So
I'll tell
you, it's pretty much worldwide thing. It's going to be, they're all going to be looked at very closely.
Playing Eve, it's pretty refreshing not having a single part of the game bugging me to participate in some stupid loot box system. Like I appreciate that. But
so that's where I guess I'm lucky, because I can just ignore those type of things. They just don't bother me at all.
I mean, the trade-off is the membership is much more expensive, but I'm okay with that. Like it's basically what we've talked about. It's like,
yeah,
that's just the trade-off. Are you willing to pay? And then the flip side is they all have the same like kind of bond style system as RuneScape though. So anyway. I digress. This is not.
But do they have weekly updates?
That's the thing is, no, I don't believe that the game updates anywhere near as frequently as RuneScape does. So I don't think that they need to have the thing is no, the game does not update nearly as frequently, but they do way more other types of things that are like right now they're doing a world tour where they have an actual government in Eve, where the players are fighting it out in real life throughout different places in the world for control over the actual galaxy.
Okay.
And these are actual pop-up tournaments throughout the world. So the actual corporations inside of Eve have to show up and fight other corporations at these tournaments, basically, for control of the galaxy. And these are like Eve sanctioned events, and that's how the government is basically formed throughout everything is player run, including the government of the universe, and that's how the government is formed, through actual warfare.
No, because I got one of my son's mates was laughing at me. You play RuneScape? That's a kid's game. He plays WoW. And
This is an
I
actual
actually,
adult's game.
yeah, and I've actually showed him, and he's actually really impressed because he hasn't played it obviously since he was a kid, 8 or 10 years ago, and he was really impressed with RS3 and the graphics and all that.
RuneScape's come a long way, yeah.
But and one of the things we were talking about, because as a WoW player, and I just said, he's going, oh, but all this type of stuff. I said, yeah, but don't forget, I said, in WoW, I said, how often do you get updates? And he goes, well, there's a new pack out, every year or whatever it is. Forget what he told, because there's not a game I actually play.
It's like every 6 months or something. Sometimes every year. I forget.
Like that. Yeah, I think he said twice a year, something like that. I said, okay, so but there's all the stuff you used beforehand. Is that all still useful and all that? And
Nope.
and in that 6 months between, if you sit there and you play, 10 or 12 hours a day, because you're just having a lot of fun at it. You said, you generally play for about a month and then you wait until the next one. I said, well, that's it. I said, in RuneScape, you're getting something new pretty much, at least once a month. You'll get a good, decent size update, but every week there's something new happening. And he actually logged on and he's made himself an account.
That's awesome.
He's playing free to play at the moment, but
that's how you get them. That's how you start.
Yeah. No, that's it. So yeah.
That's the good stuff.
So I've offered him. I said, well, once you build up a bit and you want to start looking at the in the other one, I said, hit me up. I'll give you a couple of bonds to get you a month's the 45-day membership for 3 bonds. I said, I'll give you 3 bonds for that to get you going there and see how you like it.
Nice. That's awesome. That's good stuff. It's always nice to see fresh perspectives on the game.
Yeah.
And
the good thing is he can't remember his old account, so he just started a whole new one.
Cool. I mean, cool and not cool. I mean, got any paper hats on that account?
No, he didn't. No, he said he had nothing. He had nothing real good on the old one. He said so.
Okay, just making sure. You got to check. Yeah, I'd be very curious to hear a follow up on that. Like, what is his opinion in a couple of months or something?
I've asked him in a few months if he would come onto the show. He said probably not because he doesn't like talking, But I'll try and work on him and get him looped into a call one day and just see if we can get a little bit of even if I just do a one-on-one interview with him.
Sure, it
doesn't just talking about his thoughts. So yeah, that's what I said. Even if you don't want to do that,
go
just
old school.
A one-on-one thoughts.
Yeah, go even if he doesn't want to be recorded, do an old school magazine style interview where you literally just write down his answers and we can read it. Because I just want to know what I'm very curious. You don't get a lot of perspective on people who
on brand new players.
Yeah, exactly. On brand new players and people who are coming from World of Warcraft. We have Hannah, and that's about it. I don't know many players who are. If Hannah was a returning player, and so she's not fresh off coming from.
Yeah.
She came back to her account that was like a mid-level account. So I'd be curious to hear a fresh account start. Anyway.
But yes, let's get into the actual show.
We could. We can. We shall. I've got no RuneScape news. I've been working on Magebit.me. It's almost fully functional. If you want to check it out, you're more than welcome to. But I will talk more about it when it's fully functional. So yeah, I haven't been in game. If you want to hang out with me, runescape.chat in your web browser is the place to find me. That's my Discord channel. I would love to have you there. In the meantime, if you're looking for me, I just do not have time to game at the moment between my grandmother and my real life and whatnot. So, yeah. Anyway, moving along. Combat Integrity Patch Week. A message from Granny Potterington here, huh? Let's see. Hello, Sugar Plum. I hope you're eating well while we are off slaying dragons and completing quests. If you have some time, maybe you could pay old Granny a visit on Manor Farm. Sam says he's having something funny in the woodshed. I don't like the sound of that. Whatever it is, he's kept glibbering about bugs and something called mining and smithing rework. I don't know. Kids these days. April Fools. Astute players may have noticed that a strange animal has appeared in the player on farm known as J-Mods. Oh, did you take part in that?
I did. I collected them all. You were able to feed the, and I sort of kept collecting because I got a few shinies. And I thought I'll get them all as shinies. I got about half of them as shinies. Then I read that they were going to disappear the next day, and I thought, oh, that pisses me off.
Yeah,
so
that's why
you were able to feed them to the baby troll.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, everyone was doing that, and I thought, oh, fantastic! I've actually got a baby troll still in my bank. So I went out and I caught another Mod Osborne. And I tried to feed it to my own baby troll, and he wouldn't eat it. Because I wanted a baby troll following me around called Mod Osborne.
That would have been awesome. Yeah.
But no, he wouldn't eat it. So I was really disappointed about that, and the fact that they sort of just took him out. I mean, I actually filled up the storage because I got the full 30 spaces in that storm cellar at the farm. So I put all my J mods in there thinking, this is fantastic just to sort of have them there, and then read, no, they're going to take them all out. So I was sort of disappointed about that part, but still it was a fun thing to collect. I've got unlocked the full title. That was the reason to do it, is just to get the real prize, the full title. Yeah. But it would have been nice just to be able to sort of have
having a cosmetic J mod like follower pet.
Yeah. It would have been nice if you were able to just have one, choose your favorite mod, and you could have them running around after you. You'd see a whole bunch of mod ravens and Shawnies and Osborns running around.
That would have been cool.
Yeah. But I mean, it was a fun little thing. But yeah,
maybe it was really an alpha for a new human husbandry system. Who knows?
Well, that's it. I tried to. I wanted to breed Mod Osborne and a Mod Mark to try and get a Mod Shawnee out of him, but. There was no Mod Mark, and that would have been fun to do. But we can sort of understand why they wouldn't allow the husbandry of them. But one other thing they did, they brought back the party hats as well. People running around collecting all the party hats as a ring. Again, that was a one-day only thing. They took that out on the next update as well.
Yeah. Moving along into combat integrity, our biggest change this week is to the way sign refreshers are used. Please read this message from the Combat Council to find out more. Last month we mentioned our intentions to stop the life refreshers from being used while in combat. From today's update, we're going to be doing the following integrity change. Sign refreshers can now only be activated in bank areas. Additionally, we want to stop death touch darts being used at Telos to complete the feats and achievements. While this update won't release this week, we'll be looking into releasing it this next week. So I believe that would be the case as of this current week.
Yeah, which is just, I mean, so many people got to unlock it with that. I mean, I hope there's a way that they can sort of work out who has done it and revert them, but they won't. So it's been in there for that long. You've got to leave it there now. It's a shame, but you can't allow, 20,000 people to have unlocked it using that, and then, because you didn't get there in time, now you can't do the same thing. It's just frustrating when they do something like that. When they did the mining smithing one, they fixed that, the smack the rock as hard as you can for 2,400 points or whatever it was.
Yeah.
They fixed that sort of 2 weeks later. Okay, that's fine. That's 2 weeks. People who got in there and got lucky, okay. But Telos has been out with these death touch starts for well over 12 months that people have been able to do it, and now all of a sudden you're going to change it. I don't agree with that. That type of thing.
Should reset the title.
What's done is done. Yeah, just reset it all on everyone.
Yeah. If it's been that long, just reset the title.
Yep.
Everyone at this point should know how to do the boss. It's been out that long.
Yep. Well, they did it for next, didn't they?
Yeah.
They did the next death timers, so
yeah, it shouldn't be that hard to get the dang title back if the boss has been out that long, and those who really can't do it then should need to learn it at that point. It's been out for a freaking year.
Well, that's right. Yep.
So that's the point.
That's right.
It's a skill check. That's the point of a skill check.
Exactly. If you can do it, you're not going to care because you're just going to go and do it anyway because you already do it at 1,000.
Yeah.
And those who use that touch dart, well, sorry, it's tough titties. You did it. It was a bug. We're fixing that bug, so everyone just has to redo it. That's
Yes.
That's the way I would do it, but obviously they're not going to upset the players and do that. But I just find that type of thing. I don't think it's fair on the players coming up who want to get that unlocked now.
Teleport storage. We've made some quality of life changes to the way certain teleport items are stored. Up to 1,000 Ark Island teleport tablets can now be stored in and used from your Ark journal. Up to 1,000 Menaphos tablets can now be stored in your Menaphos journal, and teleport scrolls earned from treasure trails can now be stored as charges in the Globetrotter arm guards. Up to 1,000 of each type can be stored that way. Cool.
Now, big bank space saver and a really great quality of life update. Now, these are proper quality of life updates that you don't need to earn, through quests and such. These are just things that should be there. But fantastic, because there's a lot of scrolls there, and that frees up another 30 or 40 bank spaces for people.
That's awesome. 30 or 40 bank spaces is no joke with the fact that we only have like 810 or something.
Exactly. If I just go in, I forget where I keep all my teleports. There's one.
Is that Vic the Trader sale on yet?
7, 8, 9. No, 23rd that starts.
Okay.
So there's 10 teleports for. There's 10 teleports for the treasure trails. I think there's only 4 or 5 for 5 for Menaphos, and I think there is 10 for the Ark, 8 or 10 for the Ark. So 25 to 30 spots that you've actually saved. Awesome. If you're
using them, if you are a frequenter of the Ark.
But again, that's something I'm going to actually make a lot of now to put in there, because I've never used. A lot of them I don't use because they're just bank space wasters.
Exactly.
Now I can load them in there. It's the book is all I have to hold, and that's it.
Yeah, that's awesome.
So
I think I might oblige, because I do use the Ark a lot, but I generally just start at Port Sarim and then get around from that, because now that would be way more convenient.
Anyway. Exactly, because it's just a lot easier, and it may also be a bit of a money for skillers who want to go and make those.
Yeah, if these start becoming in demand.
Yeah.
May 2019 Aura Sale is also a thing. Don't forget that May this year, a selection of auras will be on sale in the general store as well. So don't forget, you can spend up to 50% off on some of the most sought after auras. That's pretty much all this month. So don't forget about that.
All May that is.
Oh, all
starts May 1.
Yeah. Sorry.
Yeah, they're letting everyone know early, so just be prepared. There are going to be some big sales on.
What do you got for the patch notes? Anything? Should I read them?
In patch notes this week, Araxor, it is no longer possible to use Bladed Dive to avoid Araxor's charge attack on the Darkness Path. The Obsidian Cape and Cape of Legends have been slightly rebalanced to be more in line with their difficulty to obtain. The Obsidian Cape now provides more armor with slightly reduced offensive stats, and the Cape of Legends has had an increase in both offensive and defensive stats. And the Cape of Legends now has a teleport option to the Legends Guild as well. In Elite Dungeons, rare drops such as effigies can now be looted more easily after the Crassian Leviathan encounter. The Crassian Leviathan will now also consistently drop loot if it dies while swapping sides. And killing Masuta, the Ascended, while he is standing above the hidden staircase will no longer prevent players from getting their loot. The join option from a right-click friend will no longer offer a wilderness lodestone
happy scaping.